All right, so I've already been getting questions like, Luther, how do I stay lean during the holidays? How do I stay lean during the holidays? Please, I don't want to get fat during the holidays. I have a news flash for you, bro. You were fat before the holidays, so after the holidays, you're still gonna be fat as shit. All right, you're 30% body fat before, 40% before. You'll be 40% after. The real thing that happens is holidays are gonna make you feel bloated because you ate more and you ate more sodium and you sat around more than you usually do. So you're gonna feel more bloated. You're gonna gain more water weight. But best believe you're not gaining fat. You're already fat before the holidays, right? So I'm going to go step by how to stay lean during weekends and holidays, because here's the thing: weekends and holidays are 1/3 of your year. So if you don't lock in on weekends and holidays, you're going to be fat. It doesn't matter. You can eat super lean in a deficit for 70% of the year, but if the 30% of holidays and weekends you're just binging, you're always going to undo your progress. And most people do that, right? Most people eat way leaner than I do for like 40% of the year, but their 60% is so bad and so diabolical that they're, in a calorie surplus when you average it out over the year. And that's why they're gaining fat. And then they get mad. But here's the thing. If you're lean, you already know like the holidays don't change anything. You don't do anything differently. You do the same shit, right? You eat the same shit. What am I eating for the holidays? Oh, I'm going to eat turkey. But here's the thing. The weird thing about this shit is there's no turkeys in the fucking stores before Thanksgiving week, right? Before November. And then after November, they just get rid of the turkeys as well. But people eat turkeys because it's in the stores. They just eat it because it's in the stores. If you're just blindly following shit, you're going to end up fat because there's hella holidays and they tell you to drink and binge every weekend. So be self-aware and don't just do random shit because everyone else is doing it. Realistically, like last year during Thanksgiving, I just ate the same shit I always eat. And people are like, what are you eating for Thanksgiving? Why are you binge eating because the government told you to? That shit makes no fucking sense. Do you not have a brain of your own, bro? Like the government told you binge eat this day and buy a turkey, which is something you never buy ever, and it doesn't exist in stores before this time, and you do it. It's insane. Now, the holiday mindset issue. So most people who, binge during the holiday, they'll be like, no, I'll start after. Like, I'm doing really bad today, but I'll start after. You said that 10 years ago, and now you have type 2 diabetes, all right? Or you're treating the holidays like cheat weeks, right? And you're like, yo, man, people have told me this. They're like, yeah, man, holidays coming up, man. I'm going to gain like 20 pounds the next 2 weeks, man, but it's worth it, man. It's worth it. Well, that's why you're going to be the way you are. You have low standards and you have no structure and you have no discipline. Very, very simple, all right? And here's the thing. Holidays are supposed to be, and what I use them for is to see family and enjoy family. Y'all motherfuckers don't care about your family. You just want the food. And I'll be like, hey, man, like, how's your grandma? You'll be like, yeah, her cooking's good. How is she, bro? She could be dying, but you don't give a fuck. You just want her cookies, right? You just want her food. Like, y'all just be focused on the food. Like, food is not an event. Once you make food events, once you make food a hobby, you're going to be fat. You're basically a mukbang person. Like, that's just who you are. All right, you're going to have guilt afterwards as well. And then that's going to spiral out of control. And, you're going to be down on yourself. Your confidence will be low. Now, staying lean during the holidays, you go in with a plan, obviously. When you go in with the plan for anything, you end up doing way better because you actually had a plan. Like if there's no game plan before you play a team in the NFL, you're pretty much cooked. I'm pretty sure that's what the Jets do. They look like they have no fucking game plan before every game. They look like they just press buttons or some shit. But that's what's going to happen. You're going to be a losing franchise when you don't have a plan. When you have a game plan, right, you're going to win more games. All right. And a lot of times games are won because of the game plan and, the approach, not because of the talent. All right. So once you eat during the holidays, you want to put the protein first. All right. Earlier in the day, you're going to have light meals and you're going to drink a lot of water. Stop drinking eggnog. Eggnog is hella calories, hella fat, right? And it's obviously not going to fill you up. Focus on people, not food. So love your grandma, not just her food. All right. That's what y'all be doing. Or like, oh, my auntie brings macaroni and cheese. How's your auntie? Oh, her macaroni and cheese is good. No. How is she? You don't know. You don't give a fuck. You just, as soon as you see her, you're like, yo, where's your mac and cheese? You can't even say hi to her. Like, you guys are just fucking gluttonous. But yeah. So here's your plate strategy. Now it's not going to be exactly like this, obviously. What I would do and what I usually do is like 75% of the plate is fucking protein, and then like the carbs, like sweet potato or some shit. I'll make my own food if I have to. But if there's like regular potatoes, I'll eat some regular potatoes. Might eat a little bit of stuffing or whatever. But if there is no potatoes and they just fried everything, then I'm just gonna make my own shit, or I'm not even gonna show up to the dinner. Like it's really not that serious, right? Like the thing is, you want to enjoy your family, right? Not just their food. Like you want to talk to your family, enjoy your family, not their food. You guys don't like your family. You guys don't. But you sit down and you eat the food and then you complain about being fat and then complain about your family and this, that. The thing is, this shit is supposed to be about you seeing your family, enjoying your time, shit like that, all right? So if something goes against your goals, then just don't eat it. It's that simple. It's really that simple. That's only if you're trying to be lean and you care about it. All right. Now, if you're lean and you're 10% body fat and you haven't had a cheat day in like 6 months and you overdo it for 3 days on Thanksgiving, it's not going to affect your bottom line at all. Right. But most people are coming into this already eating like shit the whole fucking year. So they don't have any PTO. All right. They don't have any room for binging anymore because that's what they've been doing the whole year. Right. And a lot of people are like, nah, man, my grandma gave this to me, so I have to eat it. So if your grandma gave you a bunch of food and you're on the verge of a heart attack because your nutrition is so bad you're going to eat it and then have a stroke or a heart attack, that's crazy. Now, if you're going to have a second plate, which most of you should not because you're already over 20% body fat, which is ridiculous. If you're going to, then keep the same formula. Like I said, I would do 75% protein-ish. That's just me, though. Everyone's different. Everyone does different shit. I would do 75% protein and then put some carbs and vegetables in the other 25%. Pretty easy formula. Now, here's another secret: is eating a lot of protein before the actual Thanksgiving dinner. Now, besides the Thanksgiving dinner, right? If you're going out to a date or you're going out to eat with somebody or something like that, you can use the same formula, right? It's really simple. I don't know why people overcomplicate it, but if you are to have high protein filling stuff like eggs have a lot of fat in it too, healthy fats, and it has a lot of protein in it. So you could have some eggs and turkey sausage, and then you could have some yogurt and berries because yogurt is going to have probiotics, which is going to help your gut microbiome. Berries is going to have and prebiotics or probiotics. And then this is going to have prebiotics, berries, and it's going to have fiber. You have a protein shake that keeps you full. Bro, if I have a protein shake before I go out to eat, guess what? I'm going to be full, especially if I have like a core power. 14 fluid ounces, 42 grams of protein. That's going to keep you full. And then you have like a fiber snack, like some more berries, blackberries, blueberries, right? You'll be good. What you don't want to do is show up starving. Because if you do show up starving, guess what? You're going to overdo it, and you won't be able to control yourself. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't care if you have David Goggins' discipline or somebody else's discipline. You won't be able to show up to the, dinner table starving and eat good because you're going to see all your weaknesses. You're going to see all these different foods, that you haven't seen in a minute, and you're just going to overdo it. Especially because everybody else is also overeating as well, type shit. Now, the alcohol strategy. Here's the thing. If you're my client and you're watching this shit, you better not be drinking any alcohol straight up, all right? So step one is really don't drink alcohol if you care about your goals. But I know some of you guys are just maintaining, or you want to maintain 15% body fat, or you have low standards. So if you're going to drink alcohol, keep it at 2 to 3 drinks, right? Light liquor plus 0-calorie mixers, right? Water every drink, eat after every drink. Don't drink on an empty stomach. These basic things, all right? I just wouldn't recommend drinking because it's just the dumbest shit of all time. There's no benefits. But yeah, that's just me. What not to do? You don't want to skip breakfast. Like I said, if you skip breakfast, you're going to be hungry during the dinner. Then you're going to overeat. These are all basic rules, by the way. Most people won't follow this anyways, but you're still going to watch this video. Do not say fuck it and start tomorrow. Like when you get to the dinner table and you see like mac and cheese and it looks good, don't say fuck it and I'll start tomorrow, because then you're going to continue to procrastinate and you just didn't keep a commitment to yourself, which is going to affect your self-confidence and your self-esteem. All right. Don't compete in overeating. Don't try to eat more than your cousin who's 300 pounds, 40% body fat when you're trying to be 10% body fat. Because if you try to compete in overeating with overweight people, guess what? You're going to look like them pretty soon. All right. Simple. Make sure you drink before eating. Realistically, you should drink like half a gallon of water at least by the time it's time for dinner. I mean, I said at least. I'll probably be 3/4 of the way through my water gallon by the time it's dinner time. And like I said, I'm going to keep it simple with just a bunch of turkey and some potatoes because it's really not that deep. It's just food. Like, y'all be controlled by food. Food controls you guys like, oh, the macaroni. Like, it's just fucking stupid shit. But anyways, getting more than 2 plates, do not do that. All right? Don't get more than 2 plates. And do not take home leftovers. Now, if you want to make the excuse like, no, but it's happening at my house, give away the leftovers. If no one wants to take the leftovers, then throw them away. Just throw them away. Oh, I'm wasting food. No, you're not, bro. You're not. You waste food when you buy healthy food from the grocery store and you order Chick-fil-A. All right? I hate when people say, oh, it's wasting food. I don't want to waste food. That's just an excuse to be a big fucking back. All right? That's an excuse to be a big back. Because realistically, you didn't cook any of the food. You didn't make any of the food. And how much does the food cost? Like $100. That's not wasting food. You've wasted more money than that on liquor, on chicks' OnlyFans, on fucking fast food. So I don't want to hear that dumb excuse like, oh, I don't want to waste food. You just want to be fat. All right? Just say that. Now, self-talk, all right? You know the quote, if you say you can or you can't, you're right. So you have to make sure that you're talking your way through, especially if it's your first time, eating healthy during Thanksgiving. You could be like, you know what? Eating slow is enjoyment. I don't need to finish the entire plate, you know what I mean? Especially if you put too much on the plate or someone put too much on the plate for you, you don't need to finish the entire plate. This is probably the biggest one here, though. Food doesn't control me because, like I said, a lot of you guys are controlled by food. All right, you guys are controlled by food. You guys are controlled by your vices. Once you control your vices, shit changes. And the reason I said in the beginning, like this video is not really going to apply to lean people, and I really don't really like even think about this anymore because it's not a big deal. Because when you're actually lean, food doesn't control you, so this doesn't really worry you. You're just like, okay, well, there's different options today. I'll just eat differently. But lean people always prioritize eating lean, right? So when a lean person sees the Thanksgiving table, they see the vegetables and they see, they see the protein first, the turkey. When everybody else sees the table first, they see the pie and the apple pie and the cookies and all the other goofy shit. That's what they see first, all right? Period. And remember, your goals matter during the holidays too, because calories count during the holidays. You can't just be like, well, it's not fair. Yes, it is, because it's just basic science. Now, you want to make sure that you're still training during the holidays, right? If it's like a holiday week, still getting like 2 to 4 sessions at least, but it's gonna be cold, so a lot of people spend too much time indoors anyways. So getting that session could be what's keeping your activity level up, what's maintaining that muscle mass. All right, strength train, right? And if you're just around food and everyone's eating food, everyone's talking about food, everyone's drinking liquor, everyone's drinking eggnog, go out for a freaking walk, man, so you can get away from all that. Now, one of my favorite things that excuses I used to get, I used to just leave people on red when they used to say stuff like that. Well, I'll just put fitness on pause for the holidays. You don't put a lifestyle, you don't put a identity on pause, all right? That means you have a fat mindset. It doesn't make any sense. You don't just pause fitness. You don't pause your health. You're always acting on your health. Like if you're eating, then you're eating towards or away from your goals. So because you're, pausing fitness, does that mean that you're no longer eating? No, you're still eating. So why not eat towards your goals? It doesn't make any sense. The lean people never say dumb shit like that, because they know that even though it's a holiday, right, they're going to eat lean options because they're a lean person. It's not that deep. Now, like I said earlier, holidays don't make people fat, all right? Y'all be fat as shit before a holiday, then you blame Thanksgiving. That shit has nothing to do with it, all right? You cannot, in 2 weeks, right, in Thanksgiving and the leftovers, you're not gaining 10% body fat in 2 weeks. You might gain 1 at most. So if you look at yourself after Thanksgiving, you look fat, it's because you're fat before. Simple. And the thing that makes you fat all year round is lack of routine, no structure, right? Emotional eating, all or nothing mindset, no tracking, no consistent routine in general. That's why most people are out of shape and overweight. Simple. And over consuming and being gluttonous. Now, let's knock out weekends. It's very similar. Like I said in the beginning, weekends take up almost 30% of the year. So if you eat lean 70% of the time, right, you might think, oh, that's 70-30. It's not, because the 30% of binging you guys do on the weekend offsets the calories of the 70% of lean. All right, period. So another thing is you can't be a good husband 70% of the time and cheat on your wife 30% of the time and be a good husband. All right. You have to think lean 24/7. It is what it is. It's a mindset. Like when you land at the airport, I think I said this in another video, but when you land at the airport, what I've noticed is at baggage claim, all the smokers, they got to go outside and smoke because as soon as they land, they're a smoker, right? Mentally, they're a smoker. So they're thinking like, oh man, I need to smoke a cigarette or I need to smoke a Black and Mild. Like that's what they're thinking because they're smokers, they're addicted, right? As soon as the lean people land, and I've seen this, you know what I'm saying? You see the lean people land, you know what they're looking for? They're looking for some core powers. You know what I mean? Looking for some water, some electrolytes every single time. All right. It's just you prioritize different things. So lean people prioritize protein, being lean, eating clean, their health. So they prioritize smokers, prioritize getting a smoke in, getting a cigarette in. Fat motherfuckers prioritize eating whatever they want to and enjoying their food and getting dopamine hits from food. Now, here is why weekend binging is going to cancel your progress. All right. So your weekly calories are what matters, but also your monthly calories are going to matter too, like averaging it out. So 5 good days plus 2 binge days, it's going to equal fat gain, all right? 6,000 and 10,000 calorie weekends is going to undo deficits. It's very easy when you eat high fat, goofy foods, chips. You eat out, you eat 3-course meals. It's very easy to hit 6,000 calories. It's not that hard. It's hard to hit, 3,000 calories of like high protein, healthy foods, but 6,000 calories of like goofy shit. Like if you go to Chili's and you get the tortilla chips, that's like 1,000 calories because they like fry it, right? And then you might be dipping it in something, and then you might get like a burger and fries, that's another 1,000 calories. Then you get like the cookie cake, that's another 1,000 calories. You're a little bit full, but you think you ate like 1,000 calories, but you ate 3,000. Simple. And then you have a margarita, right? That's another 400 calories right there. And it's all sugar, it's all fat, all right? So 5 good days plus 2 binge days, that's not how you do this shit, all right? It's not how you do this shit. That's going to lead to you being guilty, you restricting yourself, then you binging again. That's what most people do. Another one. Monday through Friday, you're in that 500 calorie deficit. All right. So your weekly deficit is 2,500 calories. That's awesome. But then Saturday and Sunday, you celebrate because you're like, man, let me just take these days off, man. I deserve it. No, you don't. 5 days isn't a lot. All right. You're in a 1,000 calorie surplus for those days. So now you're up 2,000. So your overall net weekly is going to be plus 500, which means you gain 1 pound of fat, even though you put in 5 days of work. This is not working a 9 to 5. This is being in this mindset 24/7. Simple. Now, here's your simple reminder. You can enjoy the holidays and stay lean. Just don't think about food as the main reason, for the holidays. You guys, like I said, you guys don't care about your family. You guys just care about what they make because you niggas are so fucking hungry. But you guys are just controlled by food. That's the issue, all right? The key is structure. Be prepared. Go in there with a plan. Consistency is going to beat intensity every single time, all right? Every single time. And don't restart every Monday, all right? That stupid, goofy shit. Oh, I start Monday. What is the significance of Monday? What if like Monday here is like Sunday or is like Tuesday in Thailand? So technically you're starting on Tuesday. So what difference does it make? You see what I'm saying? Like it doesn't. That's not what's gonna make or break you the day you start. It's you changing your mindset permanently. So if I see shit, hold on. Burning up. But don't wait for January to get lean during the holidays. All right. Stop thinking January is a different day. The moon is not going to align differently. Like you're still going to have the same genetics. Food's going to be the same, right? Start today, literally. Stop the gooftivity. Now, if you're trying to improve your credit, go to social media, personal branding, move to Thailand, learn about online dating game, get some more matches, go from 0 to 10K as an online coach. Patreon's in the description. Also, there will be a 20% discount on programs for Black Friday. So, one-on-one coaching is in the bio as well. And stay blessed.